Can I ask you a question about XRP? This is
Yeah.
something that I've been invested in for a long time, and they've obviously had, they are going through some issues. How do you feel about XRP?
Full disclosure, I own some of Ripple equity, and it's been a painful trade because the company's stock trades like dog's breakfast, and and they own 55% of the XRPs, and so one of the prices is wrong, right? If you think about XRP at what's it trading, $1.20 times 58 billion, that company should be worth $60 billion just because of the XRP they have on the balance sheet, but it trades at about 3 billion. And so something's way off. So I've never liked the XRP token because you've got one group that owns so much of it. Not let alone you've got the SEC breathing down the necks of the two founders, the CEO, the founder, and the company. And so why is it going up? Crypto communities are like sports fans. Have you ever been to an English football game? Literally, their mouths they make Philadelphia Eagles fans look polite. But there's tribal nature, and over years the XRP army has built up a real community of people that really want to believe it. It reminds me a little bit of Trump supporters. So you could tell them anything. Oh, they believe he stole the election.
True.
It's like 9/11, conspiracy theories. There's a little bit of that in crypto. They just don't want to look at the truth sometimes. And if you're a good enough army, you're bringing new people into the space. When crypto's hot, I've got amazing how many smart people have called me up and said, should I buy Dogecoin? I'm like, no, you shouldn't buy Dogecoin. You should sell Dogecoin probably now that it's gone up to 42 cents. But there's a lot of uneducated investors that feel the energy of this moment and want to participate. Like, I think Bitcoin is a core part of your portfolio. It's got a purpose. It's going to be around for a long period of time. Every institution I know is buying some. It's basically digital gold. Ethereum is most likely the winner of the decentralized supercomputer that powers all these new businesses, all these new ecosystems. But it might not be the winner, right? I also invested in a thing called Definity, which is going to launch in about a week. They want to be participant in that. Solana, like I talked about, Terra, there's all these other ecosystems like Ethereum trying for the same thing. Then there's DeFi. These DeFi coins trade like equities. In some ways, they have a dividend. You can think of it like a dividend. The more use they get, the more business money they're gonna make. The higher the token's gonna go up. And so I look at those three buckets and say, if you're not in that bucket, you're literally like a Ponzi game. And so Litecoin, BSV, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, whatever that the other Bitcoin.
Right, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch.
XRP, those are all baloney coins, and doesn't mean you can't make money in them, because every once in a while the market gets hot and people are like, oh, that hasn't moved yet, let me buy it, and you pull your friends in. It's a little bit like it's a little bit like that GameStop. They're meme coins, and you can get your head ripped off being short. And so I would not advocate for the non-professionals to be short. And if you're short things, you want to short them after they've taken out everyone else. Right.
Mike, can I ask you about, because you said those are BS coins, but what about like a stable coin, almost like a tether? And I'm thinking in the sense of, if we see Bitcoin go from 64 to 58, is it a wise move to say, all right, I'll take some of my investment, put it in tether because it's stable, and then reinvest when I feel like the trend is going back up? Is that a strategy that can be used?
No. So listen, I think Tether or USDC, Circle stable coin, any of the stable coins are fine places to park. They're basically it's the same as putting it back in dollars, but you're not having to take it out of the crypto ecosystem.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think it's a perfectly good idea when you want to take chips off the table to leave them in the crypto ecosystem. So you don't have to go through your bank and put them back in. And so we trade a lot of USDC. We trade some Tether. There used to be a concern about, is Tether real or not? It's stood the test of time. Enough people believe it's back 1-to-1 that it's going to hold 1-to-1. I wouldn't, if I had to leave money for a long period of time, I'd rather leave it in USDC than Tether, even though it's the same exact thing. But pretty much that's just a dollar. And I tell you what's going to happen next year, in the year after, there are going to be more and more of these stable coins. Matter of fact, we're going to be buying pizzas with stable coins. Mark my word, Facebook's new project, it's called Diem, like Carpe Diem or Per Diem, DIEM. They used to call it Libra. All it is a dollar stablecoin. And you're going to get a Novi wallet. So everyone's going to have their own Facebook on Messenger. And you want me to send you money, instead of going to the bank, I'm just going to, like Venmo, but it's, instead of Venmo controlling it, this is going to leave my wallet and go to your wallet. And it could go overseas, and it could be $10,000, not $1,500. It could be $100,000. And so the world is going to move on to wallets, not bank accounts. I'm long Facebook stock. One of my favorite trades this year is I sold a shackload of call options on GameStop because the vol was so stupid. And I bought Facebook stock and Facebook calls. And I bought it because I know sometime in this next half year, they're going to come out with this crypto wallet called Novi. Unfortunately, not named after me, but the Novi wallet. And they're going to have, and all of a sudden, you're going to have 2.5 billion people with access to crypto on their wallet. And Facebook all of a sudden is going to get a little bit of a crypto. You know, you're going to put them in your crypto basket. And so Facebook's going from 300 to 400. I think, I hope.